Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. What do you do when you do almost nothing but group rides and everyone is faster than you? A similar question came up in our team's emails, and I thought this would be a great subject to do a video on. Where I live, we have these Tuesday, Thursday, 6 a.m. in the morning, gut-busting DH damn hill rides where we scream out for 9 miles to a 1 mile KOM, do a quick regroup, and then scream 9 miles back into the finish for the finishing sprint. We usually have 9 to 16 people show up, more often about 12 to 14. And this can be a diverse group. On this particular morning, we had about 15 riders out there, and when there was an opportunity to attack, then someone would attack. In this video, you'll often see the same people toward the front pulling the pack or doing the attacking. Not everyone who comes out to this ride comes out for the same purpose. Some use this ride to get their heart rate going before their workday starts as part of their overall exercise program. Some others enjoy the camaraderie of their teammates, and still others use this as a vehicle as part of their training plan to meet their goals. Let's say you're part of the group that wants to get stronger, but most everybody is stronger than you. What do? Let's also say that you've gotten past the point where you're hanging on for dear life at the back of a fast pace line. First thing you have to realize is that the only way you can get faster is by stimulating yourself to get faster, by giving yourself the appropriate stress, and then having your body adapt. Next, identify the kind of ride that you're on. Is it a controlled ride where it's even pace and somewhat fast, or is it an all-out attack when you can, take no prisoners ride? Let's deal with the situation of the controlled pacing ride first. So remember, you're able to hang on to the back, somewhat stressed, but you're able to hang on for this ride. So what you want to do now is start to get faster. One thing you can do is start drifting off the back and then surging back up to the group. So start off with drifting off just for a bike length. You're still in a draft somewhat, and then surging. As your body begins to adapt to that, start drifting back a little farther. Go 2 bike lengths back. Then the draft is pretty much gone at that point, and you have to put in a lot more power to get back on. Once your body adapts to this, you now have a couple choices. You can go even further back and dig and get back on, or you can also go off the back more often. The closer together you space these drop backs and surges back to the pack, the more your body will start to learn to adapt under stress. At this point, you are definitely ready to participate in the pace lining. When you go to the front to do your pull, you can also take an extra strong pull, stay out just a little bit longer, make your pull a little stronger, so when you rotate off the front, your body is stressed and you have to recover as you rotate to the back of the line without getting dropped. When you get to this point, your form will have significantly increased from where it was originally. The next thing you can do in this controlled pacing environment is throw in an element of lack of control. If the pace line seems to be moving along at, let's say, 24 miles an hour, attack and see if you can hold 25 miles an hour. And if you can't and the pack catches you, then do what you can to dig and stay on the back without getting dropped. Let's now address the next situation where this is not a controlled pace line, but a race play oriented attack style group ride. Just hanging on to the back of this ride will make you faster. The changes in speed and cadence, the need to go hard when you haven't recovered from the last time you went hard, are excellent stimuli to improve your form. As you adapt and get stronger to this, sitting in the back and reacting will no longer be an option. You have to have constant stimuli to have constant improvement. So what do then? Well, you attack. When you do start introducing attacks, be careful not to go into the red line. Redlining is where you're going so hard that you have to slow down to recover. If the pack catches and passes you at that point, it's very difficult to get onto the back of them and hang on. Looking at the action on the screen, there's a breakaway, and there's 4 riders that passed me. Now there's 15 in the group, so there's 9 riders somewhere behind me, but no one's pulling through. So I have to keep digging and get back onto this group. It looks like that these guys may have either caught that lead rider, or for whatever reason they're kind of regrouping from the surge and slowing down. They're not going to be slow for too long, so I have to make sure that I get on their wheel as quickly as I can. Again, I'm not looking behind me. I don't know who's in back of me. Back to getting faster with an active group. Along with the attacking, when you do rotate, when you're in a paceline situation, same as before, take a little stronger, take a little longer pull, and then when you rotate off, you'll be under stress, you're having to adapt, and when you go to the back, you got to make sure that you dig and stay on. Then rotate back up and do it again. Back to the screen, we just had another attack. Somebody attacked from the back, rope along the left side, and off he went. Even though we're traveling about 28 miles an hour, we're getting close to the start of the KOM. So people are starting to think about that. I know I am. Many riders come out to these Tuesday, Thursday morning rides and do them religiously. I do not recommend that. For a lot of my clients, particularly those with the appropriate goals in mind, I usually have them come out at this time of the year, do one a week. For their other midweek main workout, I have them do something focused and specific. If you do nothing but fast group rides all the time, your form, at least parts of it, will start to wane, particularly your endurance. And that means your base is going away. Unless you stimulate your body in the correct manner, you're not going to improve at the rate that you want to improve. Another way to kill any chance for improvement is to put yourself in a position where others are dictating how you ride. Back to the screen action, someone who was at the front has just attacked, and Corey has got onto his wheel, and I am digging to get onto Corey's wheel. This ride was littered with attacks. If I had been doing specific training, occasionally doing this ride, I would have been off the back much earlier. As it is, I not only hung on, but I was able to get fourth on the KOM. We still have that solo breakaway in the distance. You could barely see him. I have to be careful on how much energy I expend when, so I take a short pull. That solo breakaway put in a huge effort, but was soon caught. After that, there were attacks and counterattacks all the way to the bottom of the KOM. I hope you liked this video, and remember, comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.